So now the question is, should we just go for the bag now or later? Well, it's already at the bottom of the list. Take her eye.
I guess she is pretty small. And I'm pretty strong. I could probably carry her around. At least for a little while. Yeah, she might not like it, though. So on the whole, an intriguing idea, but I'm going to have to pass.
Oh, worth a shot, I guess. Take the fountain.
I actually did splash around in that fountain once. I had just fought with another student. Don't ask why, they had it coming. But I was so angry afterwards that I just got in the fountain. Rage's a hell of a drug. Anyway, it wouldn't be decorous to go diving around in the fountain, probably.
But we might get money out of it. We'll throw money in fountains for no freaking reason. Oh, okay, there's a reason, but it's silly.
You want me to sit on the wooden benches or the concrete ones?
Oh, we get our choice of benches. Let's look at the wooden bench first.
Not a bad choice. The wooden benches are good for people watching. And they're actually a lot more comfortable. There goes Katsuro and Arisu. They're a new couple, still really clingy. Everyone's kind, pointing at them in a teasing way. You mean kinda? But they don't care. It's pretty sweet.
Also, I read people watching in the wrong intonation. Alright, let's sit on the other bench. Gotta sit on the concrete one too.
These benches are a little less comfortable, but you get to sit by the fountain. Get to take a load off. The water's very relaxing. It's hard to think about the things that are stressing you out if you just let the sound of the water wash over you.
That actually sounds kind of nice. Even for a person like me, who generally dislikes sounds. Oh god. I accidentally moved to the thing. We're gonna use our self-esteem on Rival Quick.
See, now look at Rai here. She's a little too humble and shy. She needs more self-esteem. Your self-esteem is part of what makes you strong.
There you go. Yeah, we did it. We need to use the buildings first, though.
Hopefully by this point you've realized that you should use the move command to get me to go to places. Unless you want me to put the buildings in my inventory. In which case you are, of course, terribly stupid. But I'm not here to judge you. Just to recognize the truth.
Yeah, but it's not going to stop me from trying.
Ugh, no way that lamppost gives me the creeps. I think it might legitimately be haunted. If things in a simulated reality can be haunted, can't they though? I mean, it's probably easier for a ghost to haunt a computer than a real place. Weird thought.
I don't know. The ZXE games seem like they've got the haunted video games territory covered.
Well, yes, let me just go out there and frolic and gallivant around, I guess. Surely none of the other kids in this high school will think that is weird or make fun of me or judge me for it. Brilliant idea voice in my head that is telling me what to do at all times. But no way of exercising veto power.
I don't think you should have veto power.
I might be able to climb up there in a pinch, I guess. There's pipes and stuff, but it'd be hard with my height. Plus, there's a convenient staircase to the roof over in the school's older section, so I could just, take the stairs.
We'll get up there sooner or later. Probably later. You /take the handbag.
I can't reach it. It's pretty far up there. It's not really a normal human reaching range.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I don't think anyone at the school can reach that, even on their tiptoes. I'll have to think of another way to get it.
Gosh, I wonder how. Alright, no, we're done using /taking things. And now it's time to be useful for real. But hold on. Now we have to self-esteem the fountain first.
The fact that you once splashed around in this fountain just means you're a free, independent spirit. You cannot be controlled. No one can contain your power.
That's right. Self-empowerment moment. Looking at a fountain. Look at the benches.
I sure do have fine and discerning taste when it comes to benches. It's kind of hard to pump myself up using these benches.
Well, I mean, you did distinguish the surfaces of them from each other, and their pros and cons.
This is kind of like a second home for you. Your classmates your classes and the literature club are in there. It's good to have multiple places where I fit in. Feels nice.
Yeah. Fitting in. Use your self-esteem on the lamppost.
It's totally alright to be creeped out by random objects. This lamppost is just weirdly eerie. Probably because you've seen it shining that weird shining glow at late at night. Anyone would be freaked out.
Yeah, it's a little creepy. Like that ghost under the light pole. But it's real.
This, Natsuki, is all your domain. This quad, these buildings, all part of your turf.
Well, that's just a little egotistical. We gotta look at the roof.
I've had a lot of good times and done a lot of good things up on that roof. Lots of good memories. And you deserve them, Natsuki. You deserve them.
Self-esteem on the handbag.
This handbag is not too much for you. You deserve nice things. You do not constantly have to get the cheapest and most economical option for everything. Especially if you're using resources that you accumulated yourself. Someday you will get a nice handbag like this. And you will not deserve to feel guilty about it.
That day is today, when we use the stick on Rye.
Hey, no, that's not cool. God, don't be a jerk.
Aw, come on. Maybe she'll appreciate it. You don't know what she might be into.
The fountain would not be improved by a stick laying in the bowl at the bottom, I think.
It would float, silly. It's wood. It's probably not that heavy of a stick.
The stick is a little lighter than the benches here, but still fits. My quest to measure this stick against bench widths continues.
Good. We'll get a better benchmark for it. Get it.
I think I'm going to need a stronger weapon than this to reduce this building to rubble.
Yeah, that stick would probably not be up to that task. Let's see. Use it on... Well, if I use it on the lamppost, is it going to automatically take the handbag down? I'm going to use it on the grassy quad first.
I could just leave the stick here for the groundskeepers to deal with, but it would be mean to add more work for them. Plus, more importantly, I might need the stick for something.
Something imminent. Use a stick on the roof.
It doesn't reach. It's not that long.
Oh, come on. Alright, fine. Alright, fine.
It would probably make a pretty neat clanging sound, which would cause everyone to look over here and think, oh, Natsuki's finally completely lost it. So let's table that plan and come back to it later.
Well, I mean, you're already standing in the courtyard waving a stick at various objects. At my behest, even. So, alright, here we go.
I can get the stick to the bag pretty easily. And I can even slip the stick under the bag handle. But if I lift up, the stick seems like it's going to break. I try to just pull straight back, but then the stick just slips out from under the handle. I'm so close. I just need to improve this idea slightly somehow.
Aha. So we've got one component of the things we need. Interesting. Well, for the time being, goodness, we know that's where MC is. We need to go to one of these other places. The new science building or the older school buildings? We know the old building leads up to the roof where Yuri is, so let's go to the new science building first. Well, what's here in this featureless hallway? There's Messina's class. Even here we have like 4 options. More benches! Messina's classroom.
You can kind of see it from here. Her classroom has a bunch of lab equipment that are like sinks and burners. And it has that human skeleton in it. Which is weird since she teaches chemistry rather than biology or anatomy. The skeleton's still pretty badass though. It doesn't look like there's a class going in there right now. I could probably go in. In fact, I can hear Messina in there humming to herself. She's probably grading tests or something. She probably wouldn't mind if I dropped in.
Oh, well, we'll pester her in a little bit. Oh, look at the fire alarm.
It's a big red fire alarm bell, plus a flashing red light. Off to the side, there's a lever you can pull to activate the alarm.
Yeah, I can't wait to use that. Look at the windows.
These windows mostly look out onto the older part of the school. The big courtyard where the festival meeting happens is right outside. Off in the distance, I can see the big fountain. And this school sure does have a thing for fountains. Not that I'm complaining.
Let's look at the benches.
Still more benches here. Along the end of the hallway that has classrooms on it, there are a few wooden ones. People don't usually sit in them much, though.
They're like unnecessary benches. That's everything to look at, right? Yes. Talk.
There's no one here to talk to.
Well, that's too bad. Use/take the classroom.
I knock on the door. Maybe I should knock again? I can hear her still humming in there. Hello? Oh, sorry, I was zoned out. Come in whenever it's open. I guess that settles that.
I did the intonation wrong again. Oh god. Use the fire alarm.
No, although the last time I did that, it was classic. I got in so much trouble, but it was super worth it. Anyway, they told me the next time I pulled the fire alarm, when there was no fire, I'd be expelled. And I'd rather not be expelled. So, nah.
Well, that just means you just have to not get caught. Use the windows.
We're not really supposed to open these. They're closed unless it gets really hot and the air conditioning breaks down or something. Fortunately, it doesn't usually get really hot here, even in the summer. Maybe like 30 degrees is the worst it's ever been. Usually it's more like 24 to 25 almost all the time in the summer. I guess this is Celsius. We're really lucky to live in a place with such nice weather.
Use the benches.
Man, these benches are not comfortable. Plus, I feel weird sitting in the middle of the hall where people walk through. They'll see me sitting here and be like, why is she just sitting there in the hallway? Which is honestly a valid question. Yeah, I'm gonna get up again, actually.
What, you can't people watch in here, too? No, that's enough using/taking inventory. Alright, we can still apply our self-esteem and stick to everything. Use it.
You thought chemistry was going to kick your ass. You were aiming for a C-, but you got a B. And even that was after a really bad start where you were on track for an F. You pulled yourself together and recovered really well.
That's nice. I'm glad you were able to bounce back with your grades. Use it on the fire alarm.
You sure do have a lot of willpower not pulling that thing constantly as a troll. Definitely keep refraining from doing that.
Oh, I thought you would compliment her bravery for having pulled it in the first place. Windows.
I can just catch a bit of my reflection in the window. And damn, I look good.
How about the benches?
Phew, you definitely deserve a break, Natsuki. All this walking around and doing stuff really takes it out of you. You're working hard.
Patronizing a lot of benches. Alright, stick time.
That might break the stick. It's kind of fragile. I should just knock with my fist.
And we already tried that anyway, so... Use it on the fire alarm.
It's not firm enough for me to have the leverage to pull it from a distance.
Oh, we'll just have to get creative.
Man, the sound that tree branches make when they scrape on windows is creepy. No thanks.
Yeah, it's not a very pleasant sound. On the benches?
The stick won't fit on there because the edge of the bench is right up against the wall.
Okay. Well, I guess that does it for this hallway. Not that I expected anything meaningful out of this particular corridor. This is where we came from. Well, we knocked. We might as well go in.
Natsuki, come on in. Give me just a second and I'll be right with you. Sure thing, Miss Ida.
I gotta look around first. Look at Miss Ida.
She's in her 30s, but she still looks pretty young. And still, even though she looks pretty young, she looks super like a mom. I guess that's why it's easy for all of us to kind of look up to her like a serious teacher. Even though she's all young looking.
Let's look at the lab equipment.
There are some burners in the closet that hook up to the gas pipes near the sinks. And of course, the sinks are those weird ones that can do really small controlled drips for experiments and stuff. Hey, Miss Ida, is it add small amounts of water to acid, or add small amounts of acid to water? Goodness, Natsuki, if you remembered anything from chemistry, I would hope you remembered that. Tell me this, if it all splashed up and hit you in the face, would you rather it be a big thing of water with a couple drops of acid, or a big thing of acid with a couple drops of water? So add acid to water then, got it! Glad to be of service.
I didn't know about that, actually.
He or she is weirdly cute. The little rat that holds it up has a name on it. Sayashi. No idea what that means. But despite it being a creepy skeleton, it's weirdly comforting. Not sure why.
If that's a reference to something, I don't know it. Refrigerators.
Near the front of the room there are some refrigerators. You definitely can't keep food in there. I've tried. Miss Ida gets really upset if you go in there at all. I think because she keeps things in there that are unsafe if they get refrigerated. She has a panic attack anytime the power to the school goes out.
How about that chemical storage?
You need Miss Ida's permission to get into those lockers with all the chemicals. A lot of it is apparently really dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Chemistry is a pretty cool subject, I guess. You get to play with some fun toys. And make explosions. Hard to say no to that.
I don't know if it's the right attitude to think of them as toys. Stools.
Thankfully, these aren't really benches. More like bar stools. Only you really don't want to drink the drinks served at this bar. If you want to know what I think, the school doesn't do chairs with backs in here because they want you to have to keep sitting up straight. And then you stay more alert near the dangerous chemicals. That's my hashtag conspiracy theory. And yes, that needed a hashtag. Don't question it.
I feel like that makes sense. Let's see. The windows.
This window looks out onto the houses near the school. Siri and MC and Yuri's houses are all still too far away to see, though. And Monica and I live in an entirely different neighborhood. Still a nice view, though.
Alright. Is that enough of a minute, Miss Ida? Can we talk? Talk to the skeleton.
So, Yashi, my man, how's it going? Has it been ending up a big old pile of them bones? Yep, understandable. So, there's something I wanted to talk about with you.
Why are we interviewing the skeleton about all these things? Alright, fine, no, talk about yourself.
So, I'm on a weird quest today. I'm like collecting items and using them with stuff and talking to people. Weird, huh? Aw, you're such a charmer. You'll always know just what to say.
Talk to them about it.
How do you like hanging out in this classroom in particular? Right, she is pretty cool. You could definitely be in worse classrooms. Although I wonder how much you get used in a chemistry class. I guess peace and quiet is a pretty good advantage, yeah.
What's it like being dead?
How's the whole being dead thing? It seems like there are upsides and downsides to it. Okay, so mostly downsides. I guess I wouldn't want to just be hanging from a display rack for all eternity until I crumble to dust either.
How about Monica?
So, Sayashi, your opinion on Monica? Yeah, definitely. I try not to be too hard on her. She's a good person at heart.
Yeah, how about Sayori?
You remember Sayori? Ultra-energetic girl with the red bow in her hair? Yikes, buddy, that is a dark joke. I'm sure she'd love it, though. I saw him see him the other day. He forgot to tell me to tell you hi, but I'm sure he meant to. As if. Although that's very kind of you to say. He and Sayori are a thing now, you know that, right? You're an observant man, Sayashi. Or, an observant arrangement of bones.
Oh, Yuri.
So yeah, Yuri's bummed out today and I'm trying to help. Why does everyone say that? Y'all don't know me. Shut up, there's nothing obvious about it.
Are you arguing with the skeleton over there?
Yes, because he is wrong.
I'll take your word for it.
Well, I think we've heard enough of the skeleton's based opinions. Let's move on. Let's talk to someone actually who can talk back. Miss Ida!
Hey, Miss Ida, you got a minute?
Always, Natsuki. What do you need?
It's nothing important, just wanted to talk.
Important enough for me. What did you want to talk about?
Gosh, the menu's like touching the top of the box. Anything bothering you?
How are things going today? As expected?
More or less. I have a slight problem, though.
What's that?
Well, earlier when I first arrived, I left my handbag on the bench outside while I unlocked the room and went in briefly. Then when I came back to get my handbag, it was gone. I'd prefer to leave the students wouldn't just steal my handbag, but it's actually got a lot of important stuff in it, so I do need to find out what happened to it pretty soon.
I'll keep an eye out for you.
Thank you, Natsuki.
Definitely want to tell you where it is. Got a pen I can borrow?
Hey, a buddy of mine needs an extra pen today. Do you happen to have one lying around?
Not around here, unfortunately. But the storage cabinet in the literature club room should have some. Here, take the key for the cabinet.
I stashed the key in my inventory.
You item.
Wow, thanks, Azita.
Not a problem. Just only take what you need, okay? And make sure to bring the key right back when you're done.
I will.
How about Monica? Or wait, no. No, what's up with Sayori today? I guess that option disappeared now that we have the key.
Sayori's apparently been heaping a lot of sighs today. Has she said anything about it to you?
No, but I have a feeling I know what's wrong with her. Sayori's very, very in love. And in the very early stage of it, too, when it's very intense. She's feeling profound separation angst any time she's away from MC. Haven't you noticed how much difficulty she has concentrating on anything when they're not together?
Mostly I noticed how much difficulty she has concentrating on anything when they are together.
That too. Anyway, I can't tell for sure, but I'm sure she just misses her boyfriend during the short periods they have to be separated.
Seems like a good date.
How about Monica?
Have you talked to Monica lately?
Not much since I learned about the literature club. She seems all right though.
Mostly, yeah. She just feels down often about that stuff.
I know. I got the full experience of it.
Yeah, I guess you did.
So I guess this is made post the whole thing. Yuri's feeling down.
So it seems that Yuri is feeling melancholy today.
Hmm,
More than usual.
I see. Do you have a plan?
Want to deal with it?
Well, yes, of course.
Why does everyone think that's my job necessarily?
Well, because you're the one of her best friends, it's not her actual best friend. Or if not her actual best friend. And that's what her friends are for. Or do, rather.
I can read. I'm sorry.
I guess that's true.
Why are you so touchy about it?
I'm not touchy about it.
All right, all right.
Oh, let's see. How's the class?
So how's the chemistry class going this year?
It's going pretty well. The students are interested and don't cause too much fuss. And that's all I can ever ask for.
Are your students ever uninterested?
Unfortunately, yes, plenty. I worry that you think I'm a much better teacher than I am. A lot of my students are pretty detached from the material.
Well, that's their problem, not yours.
You're very kind, Natsuki.
Let's see. How about Sakashi?
So, question. What's with the skeleton? Isn't this a chemistry class?
Well, yes, I suppose it is. Sayashi was here when I moved into this classroom. And even though it's a chemistry class, I guess I just didn't have it in me to move him out of there. I don't know. I think he makes the environment just a little more sciencey in general, don't you?
Yeah, it's nice having him around. Glad you decided to keep him.
Alright, that's enough talking to you. Thanks.